in my fate today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war.
Stop number 13 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's the biggest race of the weekend, the Coca Cola 600. Gonna be a great race here on this beautiful night at Charlotte. So let's get to the starting line for today's running of this event. On the pole, 197 miles an hour, it is Jesse Turner, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet, his first pole of the season. And he comes into this race in the 18th spot in the points chase, so he's looking for a good run here today. Alongside of him, the number 1 Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shop Chevy Impala. It's Second Motorsports Trent Dunham alongside. He's on the outside. Chris Dodd, the number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet, has the inside of row number 2. And beside him, another Chevrolet. It's Seth Cole, the number 13 Geico Chevrolet for NNSCRA Motorsports. Then it's Jeremy Jones and the Joe Gibbs Racing number 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet, and beside him the number 31 Lowe Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. It's Corey Williams, a part of that 3-car team. The leading Ford has the inside of the 4th row, and it's Dylan Young in the number 2 Miller Genuine Drive Ford. Beside him the number 15 Hayes Modems Ford of Rockingham winner Nicholas Romero. Dylan Young was the winner at Bristol. Then it's John Arndt, the number 19 Dodge Dealers Dodge. Has the inside of the 5th row, and beside him Stephanie Gardner, number 26 Cheerios Ford. Jessica Shelton, the winner at Martinsville, and the number 9 Dodge Dealers Dodge. She is the points leader coming into this event. Beside her, the number 25 Michael Holligan Chevrolet. It's Luis Hernandez alongside. Ryan Madden, the number 71 Prodigy Chevrolet for Dave Marcus Racing. Beside him, Zach Rogers, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, car number 3. Then it's Cooper Siron, the number 11 FedEx Kinko's Chevrolet. And alongside of him, Levi Shones at the wheel of the U.S. Army Pontiac. Siron was the winner at Darlington. The pair of Tide cars have the next row down. Joshua Osborne, a winner at North Wilkesboro this season, the Tide Ford, car number 10 for Rudd Performance Motorsports. And for PPI Motorsports, the Tide Pontiac, car number 32, it's Kev Shearer. His best was a 2nd at Darlington this season. James Richardson, the number 735 Tabasco Hot Sauce Pontiac, has the inside of the next row, and beside him, the number 43 STP Pontiac of the California winner, Joshua Collard. Let's get the command to fire the engines here at Charlotte. And again, the fire engines because of racing here today. Quentin Moore, the winner at Richmond this season, has the inside of the next row, the Sitco Ford, car number 21 for the Wood Brothers. Beside him it is Charles Sanford, the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. Sanford coming into this race 7th in the points chase. Quentin Moore came into this race in the 20th position in the points. Field rounding turn number 4 as they get some racing here today on this beautiful 1.5-mile racetrack as the green flag waves are underway here at Charlotte. Jesse Turner taking the early lead in this race here on the pole for this event. Speed already up to about 200 plus mile an hour. Now turn 4 is off in the trouble spot. We'll see on this view right here. Three wide racing already here. Jessica Shelton making a bonsai move inside of both Corey Williams and Seth Cole, and Shelton got loose there going through the first and second turns and holds the field up down and drops the speed down significantly as Zach Rogers now goes up underneath Shelton as they go up in the 3rd turn now. This is a battle for the, let's see what that dropped the field off to right here. And that drops Shelton down to the 9th position, but that's going to drop her back a little bit further as Rogers gets up underneath here. Jeremy Jones Battling here with Corey Williams and Seth Cole. As Jesse Turner leads the single file field in the first 7 or 8 spots. Chris Dodd in second position. Third, Trent Dunham. Fourth is Dylan Young. Fifth, John Arndt. Corey Williams, Jeremy Jones, and Seth Cole, the top 6. Then it's Zach Rogers, or the top 8, I should say. Zach Rogers in 9th. 10th is Stephanie Gardner. 11th is Cooper Sutton, matching his car number. James Richardson 12th. 13th is Quentin Moore, the Richmond winner. Zach Flickinger battling with Joshua Osborne for position. That's for the 14th spot, I believe. Yep. And there's Talladega winner JT Bryant making his move right there to the inside as he and Luis Hernandez battle it out. Shelton still at the high side of the track as Kev Shearer tries to dive up underneath her, I should say, but William Brock in a 7 car does. The X-side battery is Ford. And this is not a team car to Levi McIntyre neither, as Shearer gets off the wall a little bit. Well, I was going to say William Brock's car is part of Jeff Bodine Motorsports. Levi McIntyre's X-side car is part of Roush Fenway Racing. Well, in association with McIntyre's own team, Thrash Maniac Racing. Or I guess you might say, as far as McIntyre's case, Rockin' Wrestling Racing, I guess you might say. Noah Cars going up underneath Levi's Shones for position, and somebody was off in the grass there in the turn number 1. It might have been Dallas McIntosh in number 8. Speaking of Levi McIntyre, there he is, the newly painted number in the white X-side version. Lap speed's almost 200 miles an hour here at Charlotte. Very, very fast as he is dropped back in line there, dropped back there with 2 of his buddies, Joshua Collard and Dylan Poteet in the 22 car. Charles Sanford has dropped back a little bit, but so is Kev Shearer in the 32 car. William Bedford there, he is the winner at Atlanta this season. Up ahead, Zachary Fitzwater, Marty Johnson, winner of the Daytona 500. Austin LaPlante up there, Kyle Matthews in the 42 car to Coors Light Silver Bullet. He ran the Melly Yellow car at the All-Star race. Johnny Gardner, car 28, he's back there, as well as Matt Dalio, Michael Turner, Ryan Madden, Chris Dodd, now the leader of the race in car number 4, John Arndt in second position, Jeremy Jones going inside, Jones in number 18 car. And speaking of the All-Star race, the man who won the race was Ryan George in car number 30. And there he is. He's back in the back, though. Apparently, the changes they made from the All-Star race, apparently sticking the same setup for the All-Star race wasn't a good idea. And if you know something new, a new ticker down below the regular NR ticker. It's the NASCAR on Speed ticker, as you can see down there. Some people say it's actually not a ticker because it's not full screen, but I don't care. It's still up there. Chris Dodd as the lead. Here comes the 18 of Jeremy Jones. He's in second position. Jeremy Jones was the winner. Has won in a mile and a half when he pulled up that tremendous victory over at Las Vegas this season. Seth Cole, one of the veterans. He's in third position. The Casey Mears Geico Special. John Arndt running in fourth position now. Fifth is Corey Williams in the Lowe's Chevrolet. Sixth is Stephanie Gardner. Trent Dunham running in the seventh position in the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. He is running 9th in the standings coming into this event. Stephanie Gardner kind of backs off a little bit. James Richardson running in the 10th and the 8th position. Here comes Jeremy Jones to the inside. He's going to get the help from John Arndt in the number 19 car. And they're going to blow past the 4 car of Chris Dodd as they come through turns 1 and 2. That's going to let a lot of people into this race here. And oh, Dodd gets off the wall just a little bit though. Trent Dunham inside of Chris right now. Zach Flickinger and actually a pair of Zachs. Zach Flickinger in the 33 and Zach Rogers in the 3. A lot of Zachs and a lot of 3s and a lot of Chevys, I guess you might say. And whoa, cars slowing down just a little bit, and that's going to let Flickinger and Rogers move in on this bunch, as well as the 21 and Quentin Moore. And so far, Flickinger is one of the very few to get close to 200 miles an hour on a lap. So let's see who has hit 200 so far. Nobody yet. 199.88 in the case of Jeremy Jones on his lap. William Brock moving his way back to the field. There's JT Bryant in the number 12 car, the Alltel Dodge, and he has hit 200.06. Riding along the roof came a JT Bryant's car, the winner in Talladega this season in the Years 499. Head to Dover, Delaware for the next stop on the tour, the FedEx Autism Speaks 400. Bryant right now currently running in the 13th position at the moment as he goes underneath Chris Dodd now for 12th. Actually make that 10th now. Bryant was clocked 11th the last time by. Getting a draft off that 3 car, Zach Rogers in the Dale Earnhardt Special. Rogers running in 10th position at the moment. Chris Dodd back to 11th. Quentin Moore up to 12th position. Now being followed by William Brock in the 7 and Jessica Shelton in the 9. And now Quentin goes up underneath Dodd for position. Chris Dodd, who was actually leading the race for a while, and he's now dropped back as we're now past halfway. Actually 20 down in the books. Actually this is 21 down and 19 to go, but Quentin Moore looking pretty strong at the moment in the 21 car. He won at Richmond this season. Jessica Shelton now go up underneath Chris Dodd. Now Shelton was the winner at Martinsville. Joseph Romero right back there. Romero right now, Joseph Romero that is, running 27th in the points. And he shoves Shelton up the high side now, but Shelton throws the block on Romero. There it is. So move Romero back to 14th, Shelton up to 13th at the moment. Dylan Young having a solid run right now. He is up in the 16th position at the moment in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. He won at Bristol this season in the Food City 500. Yet having a dismal season so far, back in 40th in the points chase, and he would like a string of good runs right now to get back and to get right up in the points hunt. Back to the leaders. John Arndt still leading the race here. Corey Williams in second. James Richardson running in third. Richardson having a good season so far. He's up in 4th position in the points in the 35 car. While actually John Arndt's been moving up a little bit. He's 26 in the points. Corey Williams in 38. So he's in desperate need of some points right now. Stephanie Gardner also in the same boat. She is currently 39th in the points chase. Zach Flickinger running in 5th position. He is currently in the 3rd spot in the points chase, having a good season so far. And here comes Richardson to the inside of Corey Williams for second. He's going to get Stephanie Gardner. He's going to get Stephanie Gardner to help him right now. "14 laps to go here at Charlotte." JT Bryant's been the only Dodge to... Actually, JT Bryant and Jessica Shelton were the only 2 winners for Dodge this season. John Arndt could become the 3rd winner. Could give Dodge its 3rd win this season if he can hold on. Joshua Card was the only winner this season for Pontiac. And Richardson could give Pontiac his 2nd victory this season, possibly. And Trent Dunham going way up the high side. Jeremy Jones going underneath him in the 18 car. Quentin Moore, though, he's moving up nicely through the field, just like JT Bryan is in the 12. Quentin up to the 9th position. JT is up to the 6th spot right now in the number 12 car. And he's within striking distance of the lead, as a matter of fact, in that 12 car, so he's looking pretty strong at the moment. On board JT Bryant's car. Up ahead is Zach Flickinger in the 33. He's in 5th. And we got a battle for the lead happening right now. Stephanie Gardner, actually a battle for 2nd. Stephanie Gardner underneath James Richardson to take 2nd. Corey Williams shoves her in the 31 car. And you talk about an engine builder's nightmare. You saw that tachometer reach over 9,000 RPMs. Let's take a look at that tachometer at the moment here. He's at about 9,100 RPM, about 9,100. He's down about no lower than 7,800 at the moment. Going through the turns now. Let's see down the backstretch. About 9,200, maybe 93. Off corner number 4. Gets that draft right there off James Richardson. Swings her down in there, and Bryant takes a spot from Stephanie Gardner, and he's got Zach Flickinger trying to shove him at the moment. And already down to 8 laps to go at the moment. John Arndt still holding the lead right now in that 19 car, looking for his first win this season. John Arndt has been unsure about the performance of his race cars this season, and so if he can win here, this could be a big pick-me-up for John Arndt, though. He's been so down on the performance of his cars. He's had an NR so far, and he would, like I said, trying to get that win. Let's put it that way. But Corey Williams, James Richardson, JT Bryant, Zach Flickinger all may have something to say about that, but they haven't been getting anywhere close to Arndt right now. There's Nicholas Romero doing a little wall scraping coming out of turn 4. Look at the back of the pack here. Dalton Day, the winner at Texas this season. He's way back. Seth Colas dropped back in the number 13 car. He was up in the top 5 for early part of the race. And Poor Jessica Shelton now stuck up in the high side now. And Zach Rogers, there's Jeremy Jones also caught up in the high lane. Some new players up in the top 15 all of a sudden. Kyle Matthews, Charles Sanford. Both of them not in the top 10 of the points. There's Sanford running in 7th. Kyle Matthews running in the 6th position of the points. And Quentin Moore going backwards, as is Trent Dunham and Chris Dodd. And now Sanford dives up underneath. He may get 2, possibly 3 by the time he have in the 3rd turn. And now Kyle Matthews dives up underneath and shoves Sanford up to the lead, up through the field, I should say. Back to the leaders. John Arndt trying to hold them all up. They'll have 2 laps to go and then come to the start-finish line. James Richardson chasing him down in 2nd position. Zach Flickinger trying to go underneath JT Bryant for position. 2 laps to go. Car number 19, John Arndt. And the Dodge dealers are starting to give Dodge its 3rd win of the season. They won with Jessica Shelton at Martinsville and with JT Bryant at Talladega. James Richardson trying to close. Is a little bit coming out of turn number 4. The white flag waves. 1 lap remaining. Does anybody have anything for John Arndt on the final lap? Here we go. Corey Williams going to the inside of James Richardson. That might just seal the fate right there. Arndt keeping it very smooth coming out of turn number 2. Williams and Richardson still battling for 2nd position. They hit up in the 3rd turn. John Arndt, the number 19 Dodge dealers. Dodge rounds to number 4. And the Coca Cola 600 belongs to John Arndt. He wins at Charlotte. John Arndt dominating the last half of the race. Takes the win here today. Big win for him. And Corey Williams comes home 2nd. 3rd to James Richardson. 4th position will go to Zach Flickinger. 5th position will go to William Brock. 6th, Stephanie Gardner. 7th, Dylan Young. 8th was JT Bryant. 9th, Joseph Romero. And 10th position belonging to Trent Dunham. Average speed 195.82. Caution free. That's not like Charlotte, as a matter of fact. Here, as a matter of fact, Luis Hernandez comes in 11th. 12th, Quentin Moore. 13th, Charles Sanford. 14th, Kyle Matthews. 15th, Levi McIntyre. 16th, Jesse Turner. Zachary Fitzwater 17th. 18th was Chris Dodd. 19th, Cooper Cyron. And in 20th position was Zach Rogers. Joshua Collar, Jeremy Jones, William Bedford, Michael Turner, Noah Cars, Dallas McIntosh, Joshua Osborne, and Zach Austin rounds out the top 28. And moving their way down to the field, Jessica Shelton, 29th. Bad run for the points leader so far here today. Unfortunately for her, I should say. Dylan Poteet, 30th. Ryan George, Dalton Day, Seth Cole, Austin LaPlante, Marty Johnson, Levi Shones, Johnny Gardner, Kev Shearer, Nicholas Romero, Matt Delio, and Ryan Madden ends up last in the field. So, congratulations again to our winner John Arndt, his first Coca Cola 600 victory, taking home the title at Charlotte. And so, with that said, next race on the tour will be at Dover Downs International Speedway for the FedEx Autism Speaks 400. And so until then, this is James Qualls, and this has been a production of the NNSCRA. 5 years of offline racing at its best.